Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today we are going to be doing some work and continuing on the Peugeot 308. There is a few bits and pieces we can do to this car today. I am still waiting for the back trim, bumper reinforced plastic trim that's behind the bumper. So I really want to strip that back end off again. Just the bumper and the lights and stuff like that, just and remove that plastic part just so that it's ready, so that when the new part comes in, it's just a quick swap. And then yeah, I'm just trying to save time at the minute. We've still got to get it through an MOT. We're still waiting for the water pump, for the washer bottle as well. Those things we can wait, but there is other bits we can do on the car. It needs a good clean. I want to see if I can spray up the wheels as well. So behind the wheels is a bit rusty and stuff. So if you spray them black, it really sort of, yeah, it sets off the car a little bit better. Just looks a bit more presentable and stuff like that. So yeah, there is a few bits and pieces, and we can crack on today with that one. Just before I start though, I did want to tell you, I have won a new project. I won it, but they're not letting me have it. Same thing with Copart and the insurance companies. You have to go backs and forwards a few times before they let you have it. And if they don't let you have it, they throw it back through the auction another week later. But I did win it pretty cheap, but let's just see what happens. I will keep you updated. I will let you know now, if I do win it, I will be putting a picture on my Instagram account. It's a car that I've never done before. Again, I just at the minute like to pick up things that I've never done before, just try and sort of push out a little bit, branch out, do different things. And it's actually got GT line in the description of what the car is. So GT line. It's going to be a nice one. If they let me have it, fingers crossed they do. But anyway, let's crack on with the Peugeot 308. I think the first thing I'll do is get it outside and give it a clean. So let's do that first. Let's do this. Right, okay. Guys, done loads on this little car at the minute. Took the bumper off because of that plastic trim. But it was definitely stopping the boot from shutting. Like, it just shuts absolutely lovely now. And whereas before, I think it was pushing it up. Now, a lot of people were saying that you can actually heat up the plastic and put it back into shape. But I just don't think, with a little bit of split as well on the actual trim, look, you see it's split. So it's not actually going to hold the bumper clips in place. The bumper just fits straight into that. And it's not going to hold it there. And I think that's what's doing it as well. Because obviously you can see that it's not really level. It's pushing it up. And I think that's what's causing it, the boot not to shut properly as well. But like I said, I've got another one coming. So we're going to change that over. But I just thought I'd whip off the bumper and just get it ready, really. You know, once it turns up, then we can fit it in place. You know, started to clean up the car inside and outside. It's looking pretty nice and tidy now. The glass as well, doing the glass as I've been going. Yeah, it's still a nice clean car, I've got to be honest. Inside's probably better than the outside. The outside's got more little bits and pieces, but you know, the guy that wants to buy this car, he knows that, and he said, like, you know, I appreciate that it's not in its best condition on the outside. He said, but he just wants it just as a cheap run around. And then just something to give to his wife to, you know, use every now and then. It's not going to be an everyday car, but it's going to be an every now and then car, like just pop into the shops or whatever. So he doesn't really mind the odd few bits and pieces that's on it. But yeah, I still want to do a little bit on the bodywork, I've got to be honest. This is what I want to do here. I want to see if we can get a little bit of rattle can spray over this bumper, but I think it does need a little bit of primer first, and then we're going to give it a little bit of a spray in just to see what it's like. I'll probably tape it off there, and then just sort of spray it around this corner a little bit and just sort of try and blend it round, and then just see what it comes out like. Just to tidy it up. I'm not, you know, don't expect to be a great, perfect job. And he's not as well. He just said, look, do your best you can with it. Anything's going to be better than the way bits and pieces are. So that's what I want to do next. I am going to set you up. Let's get this taped off and possibly bag off the actual whole car as well, just in case of overspray. Yeah, we'll go from there. So let's work on this corner first, and then we'll just see what happens. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, do you know what? It's actually looking much better now. I had to use some filler. I actually used Dolphin Glaze because it was a light, really light filler. But it's looking much better than what it was like. But I've still got to paint, obviously, the corner of this one. That's had the base, the primer. That's all dry, and I'm just going to give it a light rub down with some wet and dry sandpaper, then dry it off, and then we're going to give it some coats of paint to see what it looks, what it's actually going to look like. But again, like I said, I'm just trying to sort of, just trying to make it look the best I can, really. But yeah, let's, continue. I'm quite happy with the way it's coming out, though, but it just feels like I'm going, when you're doing this kind of thing, it feels like I'm going backwards before I go forwards. And it's all about prep work, I think. So, but again, this is only going to get rattle canned, so it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to look fantastic, but it's going to look better than what it was, with all the patches missing and bits of flaky paint and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just see how it comes out, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's do this. Right. I think I've made it worse. It's the trouble when you rattle canning it. It's just, it just never looks any good. It just looks dark. Look at it. It's different because obviously, in specific lights, and it's still drying a little bit. But I just think I've made it too dark. But I don't know. This is a really strange colour, this is. When you move around with it, it sort of changes the lights and it changes like how it looks. It's still drying off. You can see it's still a bit wet and stuff. But maybe it needed a bit more lacquer, a bit more thicker lacquer. I'm never going to get, with the lacquer, you've really got to lay it on thick. It's covered... It's covered the areas, and I've sort of, made it look a little bit more presentable. But when it comes to colour match, that's definitely not right. And it's not fantastic, I've got to be honest. But look how dark it is there. Look at that point there. Yeah, so maybe it's the lacquer. It needs to be thicker to make it shinier. But I'm not even, I don't even want to bother messing around with, I was going to have a little go at other parts of the car. now I'm doubting myself and I'm going, I can't. No, I'm not going to touch it. If I do anything, can you imagine if I do it in the middle of the two doors here or something like that there or whatever? It's just going to look so odd. Being on the corner of a bumper, it's not as bad because it's like, you know. So I'm pretty glad now, really, that I've taped it off there and didn't paint the wing, because imagine if I painted it through the wing, that I wouldn't have been able to blend that, and it would have looked quite horrific. So I'm glad that I stopped it there, and it separates the paintwork colour wise when it comes to the bumper and the wing. But yeah, oh damn. Do you know what? I just wanted to make it look a bit more presentable without taking it to the paint shop, and that's what I've spoke to the guy that's interested in the car, and he said, look, I just said to him, it ain't worth it to me to take it to the paint shop, and I was never going to do that. I was just going to do the repairs. I can't go all around the car because it just won't be worth doing. And it's a shame, really, because it's 80,000 miles with an automatic. It's quite nice. It's quite nice space. It's biggish. So yeah, it's just one of those now. I'm just sort of a little bit peed off of myself, really. So, but that's what I'm saying to you. So if you look at this angle here, I don't know if I can get it. It's looking darker. It looks darker on this sort of side here until you come around and the blue starts to come in a bit more. It's a real strange colour, this one. But I just don't think that's ever going to sort of... So if you look from that angle, you can just see there that it's kind of matching. Do you know what I mean? There. But again, I'm struggling because it's a plastic bumper, and they always look a little bit different anyway. I don't know. I'm just going to have to leave it, get out in the sun, see how it looks. But yeah, at least I've covered up the marks and the areas. At least you don't see that anymore. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Right, okay, guys, I've done enough today on this car. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to call it a day. We're going to, we are going to look at a new project tomorrow. I actually did win that car that I mentioned, that Copart did not let me have it. And between what I won it for and what they wanted, it was £1,000 difference. And I've done this many times now, and every time, even if it's a £500 difference, they don't let you have them. They just throw them back through. This time it was £1,000 difference, and they let me have it, which is incredible. Like, it's just madness. It's not going to cost me £1,000 to repair, and that's what it's just. I've just saved that money, in the repair cost, because they let me have it. It's crazy. But we're going to be getting into that tomorrow. New project, new pickup, Copart Rochford. Going to get over there, going to bring it back. I'm going to show you exactly what we've got. GT Line. That's all I'm going to say. That's what the car has got in its name. GT Line. So, yeah. That's it, guys. Don't forget, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate the support. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next one.